This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Now, since Big Baby Jarrell Miller failed the VADA test for 3 separate substances, or at least until now, at least anyway, there are still a number of tests to be released as well. But as of right now, 3 separate substances have been found in Big Baby Jarrell Miller's system. So I want to talk about what they are, what they do, and why he would have possibly taken them. Okay, outside of the fact that he was trying to destroy Joshua and get the win. Quite clearly, I think that he wasn't confident going in there naturally and wanted every kind of advantage that he could possibly get. And these 3 substances would all have helped him do it. Now, it's bad enough having 1 in your system, but 3, and all these 3 combined, it's a very, very dangerous cocktail to mix. Not only for Anthony Joshua, but for Big Baby Jarrell Miller. So I want to go through some of them, and we're going to start off with the EPO. Okay, now this is probably the worst of all of them. Okay, listen, they're all bad, but this one's probably the worst. This one can only be given via injection. Okay, so there's no way that you could have high levels of EPO in your system unless you were cheating deliberately, knowingly. In other words, you can't find it in your food or anything like that. It's going to be injection form. Now, the medical term for it, if I can pronounce it correctly, is erythropoietin. I'm pretty sure I butchered it, but anyway, you can see it on the screen. So, as I said, this has to be done via injection. Now, everybody has certain levels of EPO in their system. Okay, everybody has it. It's what helps restore red blood cells in the bone marrow and things like that. So it helps with recovery. If you get injured, your body will naturally heal itself. This is the part in your body that does it. And it is given to some patients with low EPO in their system, so it is given to them in a mild dosage. But for professional athletes, namely bodybuilders who tear and rip their muscles a lot, they need this kind of thing to help repair it and all that kind of thing. Now, it's a very, very dangerous one also. Okay, so this has been known to cause cancer. And this was one of those kind of ones where it was within the testing period, but then they quickly banned it real quick because it was producing high levels of, if you like, you've heard the reference of roid rage. Okay, it not only gives you roid rage, makes you angry, makes you very, very sexually aware, I suppose you could say, and it's for those who stop, a lot of them become severely depressed and very, very suicidal. So it's a very, very dangerous thing to have. Okay, it was tested on animals, all that kind of thing, and as I said, it stimulates the red blood cells in the bone marrow. Okay, and it's used to pretty much treat things like low red blood cell count and severe anemia, and patients on kidney dialysis. So in other words, or in addition to those with severe lung problems as well. So it gives you energy, okay, as well as, but it's a very, very dangerous one. The side effects of it is you get muscle pain, joint pain, carpal tunnel syndrome, whatever the hell that is. You get swelling of the arms and legs. In other words, fluid from retention. You get high cholesterol as well. So if you're already a big guy like Miller is, not a good idea to potentially increase the cholesterol, is it? You get a lot of numb and tingling skin. You get high level or high risk of heart disease and diabetes as well, and growth of cancerous tumors. Now, to be fair with pretty much everything, there's always a risk of cancer, everything. You know, you smoke a cigarette, risk of cancer. You have paracetamol, there's a risk of cancer. You eat too much lettuce, you get a cancer. You walk down the street, you sit in your car, you get a high risk of cancer. Okay, everything is cancer related. Basically, they don't know what the hell it is, right? So yeah, it's a very, very dangerous one to have. Now, the other one is GW1516. Okay, this is again a very, very dangerous performance enhancing drug. This was put on the black market, well, you can only get it on the black market. Okay, again, everybody has some form of levels of this in their system anyway. And in 2007, they stopped the studies real quick because it had accelerated cancerous tumors growing in rats and mice. So they quickly done it in 2007. 2009, WADA, not VADA, but WADA banned it. Okay, and this is used for, say, much like with the EPO, for things like cyclists, because it gives you high endurance. Okay, so you can keep on going and going and going. Which probably explains a lot as to why Big Baby Jarrell Miller just never really seemed to tire out, why he can just keep on going forward and take a lot of punishment, especially when you've got GW1516 in your system, in addition to EPO and the other one, which we're going to get into in a minute, which is just as bad. But GW1516 is a terrible, terrible thing to have, because you are risking your own life by having cancer, of all things. This is the one that, even though the other one you'd have like cancerous tumors growing and whatever, this one accelerates all cancer cells. Everybody has some form of dormant cancer cells within them. It comes out in some, comes out in others. But GW1516 stimulates it, so it really does come out, but it makes you walk through walls. Okay, it gives you so much endurance, so much stamina. It's for obese people predominantly who have trouble walking to the shops. You want to go shopping, you want to go for like a little light walk and things like that. So in moderation, the doctors do give it to you in moderation though, just to help you. So, but you take it in tablet form. You can find it in protein supplements and things like that. It's not injection based, but it's very, very dangerous for Big Baby Jarrell Miller. It's very dangerous, but it's also dangerous for Joshua, because Joshua can keep on punching him and punching him and punching him, and Miller is going to keep on coming forward, coming forward, coming forward. Okay, so very, very dangerous one to have. The last one is human growth hormone, HGH, as a lot of people would have it. Now, this one is for muscle repair, muscle building, and reducing fat tissues, all that kind of thing. Again, high increased risk of cancer, as everything, like I said, you have a drink of water in certain parts of the country, you could get cancer from it. Everything's cancer, okay? So we're going to overlook the whole cancer thing. But it contributes to conditions such as type 2 diabetes. Not too sure what type 2 is, type 1, type 3, I have no idea. But either way, diabetes, not a good thing to have, right? And high heart disease, and possibly a risk of some cancers, as I just said. So this is treatment for a lot of people. Again, you have this in your system anyway, okay? So as I said, with the other ones as well, like EPO, bodybuilders, okay? They build muscle, and this doesn't produce strength, okay? It just increases muscle, repairs muscle, and again, gives you endurance and what have you as well. And of course, a bit of roid rage. But as I said, HGH, everybody has it in their system. And to increase the levels of this, again, you're going to be walking through walls, okay? So not only when you're doing activities, weightlifting, cardio, whatever, not only will it help to reduce some of the fat, but it will build the muscle too. So a lot of bodybuilders use this one. I'm not quite sure of the effects that Miller would have had with it, because he's a big guy anyway. I mean, maybe he was looking to lose some fat and pack on muscle. Don't know what it was, but either way, not a good thing to have. Now, of course, there can be quite a few other things that all three of these will have on your system, how you can take it and things like that. Listen, I'm not a medical expert. I pretty much Wikipedia'd all three of these for you guys, okay? So there's going to be plenty of things that I haven't said that I just don't know. So please feel free to either correct me on some things, maybe I've misread it, or of course add to it in the comment section below. But either way, to have one of these, any one of these in your system is insane. But to have all three of them, especially in my opinion of what I read, EPO, which is the worst one, which is for cyclists, all that kind of thing, and it can only be taken in injection form. It's a blatant cheat. There's no way out of it. There's no accidental tainted meat going on. This is quite literally, you stuck a needle in your ass is what you've done. But to have all three of these, have you ever heard any kind of cases for any athlete really to have not just one PED in their system, but three and potentially more? Who knows? Over the next coming weeks and days, who knows? Maybe there's going to be some more coming out. But either way, big Baby Jarrell Miller, been hanging around the wrong crowd there with all those bodybuilders. You know what they're all like. They all do it. That's obvious. Bodybuilders admit that they do it. You're hanging around with them guys. Yeah, don't worry about it. This bit's safe. Which is why you weren't involved in the WBC clean boxing program of VADA. And knowing that you had all this in your system and you still signed up with VADA, you had no choice but to sign up with VADA because it's WBA rules when you fight for a world title. Anthony Joshua has this every single time, several times per camp. You must have known that and you knew you were going to fail it. You knew it. So this is a deliberate cheat from big Baby Jarrell Miller. Anyway, drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, and of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.